Good morning, and thank you for joining me. My name is Miss Sonja, and I will be your storyteller for today's lesson. We will begin going over image 1 and working our way and speaking about image 6 in our Faces of Easter series. Here we have the baby Jesus, held by the Mother Mary and looking over them, Joseph. We have a young Jesus, and the story here tells of a time where he was lost in the temple and then found. Here we have Jesus being baptized by John in the Jordan River. Next, we have Jesus who went out into the desert for 40 days and 40 nights and was tempted by the devil. Here we began to speak of parables, the work that Jesus was set out to do. And this image shows Jesus using his hands to heal a blind man. Listen carefully. Jesus went to Jerusalem for the last time. It was the time of Passover, so the city was full of people from many different lands. They thought Jesus was coming to be king, but they weren't paying attention. He wasn't riding a great white horse like a king. He wasn't being carried by soldiers. He was riding on a donkey, and it wasn't even his. He had to borrow it. Still, that Sunday, when Jesus came into Jerusalem, people waved palm branches, which were a sign of kings. On Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, Jesus went into the temple to teach. Every night he went back to the Mount of Olives with the 12. The people watched him and whispered that the Mount of Olives was where angels were supposed to come down to make an army to drive away the Roman soldiers. The temple guards said, "On Thursday, we will take Jesus." But on Thursday, they could not find him. That evening, Jesus and the 12 hurried through the dark streets to a house. They climbed up the stairs to an upper room and shared their Last Supper together. After they had everything they wanted to eat, Jesus took some bread and gave thanks to God for it. Then he broke it and said something like, "Whenever you break the bread like this and share it, I will be there." He also took a cup of wine, gave thanks to God for it, and said, "Whenever you share a cup of wine like this, I will be there." What was he talking about? He was always saying things like that. But how could they know? Still, they did not forget, and later they would understand. Suddenly, Judas, one of the 12, got up and left. The rest sang a hymn and then went to the Garden of Gethsemane on the Mount of Olives. Jesus wanted to pray. When he was finished, he joined the 12, but Judas came out of the dark and greeted him with a kiss on the side of his cheek. This was a signal for the temple guards to take him. They came out of the shadows and took Jesus away with them into the night. The 12 also disappeared into the darkness. I wonder what part of the story is most important. I wonder what part of the story is about you. I wonder if anybody that was gathered around that table during the Last Supper discovered who they are and what their work is going to be. I wonder if anyone here has come close to holy bread and wine. I wonder if anyone remembers their very best Easter.